It was a very important event when Jesus went to his hometown where he grew up and announced that the passage in Isaiah had been fulfilled in him. So that makes this a very important story. Except there's one element of the story that makes it a little bit difficult to learn. And that is when Jesus reads from the book of Isaiah. It actually has a list there. Anytime you have a list in Scripture, you have to have a special storyboard that's just for that. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to take you through just that storyboard that goes through Isaiah. And then I want you to put this on pause and practice that and work on it. If you get that down, come back, I'll teach you the rest of the storyboard. It's really quite simple if you have that one section down. So this is how it goes. Make sure that your hands are out and you have good news. It's like me holding the Bible. Good news, and then point towards your pockets, which of course are empty. Good news to the poor. And then you put your hand up like it's your heart, and then you touch it like you're going to heal the brokenhearted. Good news to the poor. Heal the brokenhearted. And then you're going to announce pardon to prisoners. It's just like my hands are tied together. Pardon to prisoners. And restore sight to the blind. Now when you come up, have your fingers in an L shape. You're going to announce pardon to prisoners and restore sight to the blind. Now this is actually the sign language. If you come across like that, this is liberty to the oppressed, like you're pushing a person down. Liberty to the oppressed. And proclaim the acceptable year of the Lord. Okay, let's go through it again. And then you put this on pause and make sure that you have this one section down. We have good news to the poor. Heal the brokenhearted. Announce pardon to prisoners. To restore sight to the blind. To give liberty to those who are oppressed. To proclaim the acceptable year of the Lord. Okay, put this on pause. Work on just that section. I have found this especially helpful when I would draw, when I use those little stick figures and drew the whole thing out. That really helped me to cement all this in my mind. Come back to me when you think you have it. Now the rest of the storyboard is quite simple. You start with a man who is, please heal my son. And Jesus, now this man is from Capernaum, and Jesus gives him a test. You won't believe unless you see miracles. Now this is important because Capernaum is mentioned at the beginning of the story, and at the end, Jesus goes to Capernaum. And he tests this man about, you won't believe unless you see miracles. That's the same test that he gave to the people at the synagogue in Nazareth, and they failed it. Okay, please heal my son. You won't believe. Then he asked again, please heal my son. Then Jesus said, your son lives. Then the servants say, your son lives. And the man asked, what time? And then he believed, and his entire household. Okay, let's start over again. Please heal my son. You won't believe unless you see a miracle. Please heal my son. Your son lives. Your son lives, the servants say. What time was it? And the whole family believed. Now at this point, you have the synagogue. So believe, synagogue. And the book of Isaiah was handed to Jesus. You see, so Jesus says, your son lives. The servants say, your son lives. What time? The whole family believed. Synagogue, book of Isaiah. And that leads us into the book of Isaiah. Good news to the poor. Heal the brokenhearted. To to announce pardon to prisoners, to restore the sight to the blind, to give liberty to those who are oppressed, and proclaim the acceptable year of the Lord. Now with this, you bring your hands back down and close the book. And Jesus says, this day it is fulfilled. You kind of point to him and say, this day, this is fulfilled. So you close the book. This day this was healed. And they're amazed at what he said. And they said, isn't this Joseph's son? And Jesus goes in, out, in. I know that you want to see miracles. Let's just back up. And to announce the acceptable year of the Lord, he closes the book. This day it's fulfilled in me. They're amazed. Isn't this Joseph's son? I know that you want to see miracles. Now we have three prophets. So the prophet is up here preaching. He gets his hand up like he's preaching. And you have a prophet is not without honor, except in his own town. Elijah, and the widow is fed. Elisha, then you bring your hand down. He heals the leper. Okay, let's just go back. We have, they're amazed. Isn't this Joseph's son? I know that you want to see miracles. Prophet is not without honor. Elijah feeds the widow. Elisha heals the leper. And then your hand comes back up in a fist. They got angry, took him out to execute him. Now with your hands right there, Jesus leaves Nazareth and goes to Capernaum. So you have Elisha, the leper is healed. They're angry, take him out to execute him. Jesus leaves Nazareth and goes to Capernaum. Let's go back and go through the whole thing. Please heal my son. You won't believe. Please heal my son. Your son lives. Your son lives. What time? And the whole household believed. Synagogue. Isaiah. Good news to the poor. Heal the brokenhearted. To announce pardon to prisoners. To restore sight to the blind. To give liberty to the oppressed. And to proclaim the acceptable year of the Lord. Close the book. This is fulfilled today. They're amazed. Isn't this the son of Joseph? I know that you want to see miracles. Prophet, not without honor. Elijah, the widow is fed. Elisha, a leper is healed. Angry, take him out, execute him. Jesus leaves Nazareth and goes to Capernaum. Rehearse that several times. Draw it all out. Get it in your mind. Stumble through the story a few times. A very important story. Learn how to tell it. The Lord bless you.